I am not a relationship expert. So again, quick disclaimer, I am not a relationship expert, nor am I a seasoned military service member. I'm just a reservist. I'm an old man in a young man's body, and I kind of been around for a little while, so. Yeah, with that being said, these are my thoughts for now on dating in the military. From a man's perspective and in my civilian life in the past, I've dated active military females and females that were prior service. And to keep it a buck, it was nothing serious, nothing too extensive. They were all, for the most part, like any other relationship that I will form with people in general for networking purposes. If I'm in your town, I'll reach out to you. If you're ever in Chicago, feel free to reach out to me. We can link up, I'll show you around, introduce you to some people, you know, things of that nature. I've also had male friends that were either already involved when they joined the military or they fell in love straight out of boot camp. Any scenario you could think of, I've probably either seen it or heard of it before. So with having these friendships that have given me some kind of insight and my own limited personal experiences, as well as just being a fly on the wall in some environments, these are just my opinions, okay? One of the biggest questions people love to ask, should you or should you not join the military in a relationship? And my short answer to that is, that's a personal decision, G. That's y'all business, man. I don't know your situation. Nobody knows your situation like you do. So that's why I say that's on y'all, G. I don't know. Don't try to put me in that. I can't answer that question with a definite yes or no, but I can give you some kind of an idea of what you and or your partner should expect when it comes to dating in the military. And just to clarify, right now I'm talking about if you're just joining and the person that you're with is not in the military. It's a lot of different factors to consider. You know, how long have y'all been together? How does the person you with feel about you joining? Are y'all secure with each other? How do y'all feel about being away from each other for extensive amounts of time? Are y'all legally married, or are y'all planning on getting married? Are there children or shared assets involved? And the list goes on. So these are just a few things that you may want to take into consideration and really just discuss with your partner before you make this move. And there's pros and cons to both. You know, obviously if you're jumping into this single, then you really don't have to think about a lot of that. You're just worried about yourself and maybe your family. But if you're married, legally married, not engaged or not thinking about getting married, there's also benefits that come along with that in regards to healthcare and separation pay and basic allowance for housing, not having to deal with living on base with a roommate. Again, this is if you're legally married. You know, it's pros and cons to both. Personally, I chose to go into this single just so that I could be 100% present in the moment and put all of my time and energy into learning my job first. I've met people who were already in relationships prior to joining and things are working out great for them. And I've met people who were already in relationships prior to joining and things may not be working out so great for them. Two things you're gonna keep hearing me say throughout this video: personal decision, results may vary. If you want to get a trial version of what it would be like to be away from your partner, then you'll definitely get a taste of that in basic training in A school. Because once you touch down in boot camp, all that communication with the outside world, all that's dead. Except for write letters, and you won't be able to do that as soon as you get to boot camp. And you might get 1 or 2 phone calls, but that's not guaranteed. Also, let me throw this out there for anybody that's dating someone that's about to join the military. If your significant other is heading off to boot camp, please write your bae, alright? Pick up the phone for your bae. If you're not supporting them during the struggle, then people like me gotta sit up and listen to them whine about you all day. And I'ma just tell them, look, we just joined the military, bro. Like, it sucks. That's part of the territory, but you got options. If you really want to make that relationship work, then I wish you the best. But if it's really that bad, then you got options. And I would tell that to my male friends as well as my female friends, just as shipmates. Again, personal decisions, results may vary. Now let's switch it up a little bit and talk about dating within the military, as in military personnel dating each other. I haven't done it personally. Like I said, I kind of did a 180 because as a civilian, I was entertaining chicks in the military, but now I lean more towards civilian and prior service females. I'm not gonna say whether you should or shouldn't, because like many other things, I see the pros and cons to both. Being in the military, dating civilians who are not veterans or not prior service, I understand the struggle for both sides, because they may not understand your lifestyle, they may not like it, they may not appreciate the fact that you gotta leave all the time or you're not available all the time, and you may have your struggles with them as a civilian because they may not relate to certain experiences that you're gonna have in the military, or they may not mesh well with the ways that you may grow and mature in certain ways. You might come back home not really looking at home the same, if that makes sense. So bringing us back to military personnel dating military personnel. A lot of people do that because they feel that you're in the military, I'm in the military, you get it, you get what's going on. Being in the military, dating somebody else in the military can sometimes be favorable because in theory, they get it. They get you, they get the struggle. Y'all kind of know the process of what's going on. You know the process of what's going on around each other, like the way other people act in the military, if that makes sense. To some people, it's a matter of proximity, or at least the illusion of proximity, because realistically, y'all could be stationed anywhere or separated at any moment. So, you know, whichever route you decide to take, you just got to take into consideration the pros and cons of both. Again, personal decisions, results may vary. Don't get it twisted though. There are couples that make it work. You know, whether it's military and civilian or military and military, you do have those ideal power couples that manage to make it work. But unfortunately, they don't always get the same attention as the negative stories that you hear about when it comes to dating in the military. And that's just the nature of people being infatuated with drama and ratchetness. As messed up as it is, I gotta say those negative stereotypes do exist for a reason. The dependers, the military spouses that's just in it for the benefits, the Jodies that's back home banging your girl, the battle bays, the bays underway, the Dear John letters, the NCOs with ratchet baby mamas, baby daddies, like all these stereotypes exist for a reason. None of these things may ever apply to you or affect you in any way. All I'm saying is when you join in the military, it kind of comes with the territory. So what about being single in the military? Is that what you low-key suggesting, Brown? Hey, personal decisions, results may vary. I will say that, and again, this is just my opinion, but I do believe you have a slight advantage at least joining the military single, because you won't be dealing with half of the concerns and the anxieties that people in relationships are gonna be dealing with, at least when it comes to joining. But at the same time, being single is gonna come with its own set of unique struggles too. First off, if you're coming into this single, at least through boot camp, you gonna go through a drought. Real talk. And that's whether you in a relationship or you single. Yeah, in boot camp, you gonna go through a drought. You ain't gonna have no time or space and opportunity, at least in Navy boot camp, to do anything except for follow the program. Now, in A school, you might have a little more time and space and opportunity, but like I said, personal decisions, results may vary. Gee, I was on a drought. Y'all hear me? I'm talking whole time from January to June. Your boy was on a drought. Ain't no go hydrate, boy. I was dehydrated. Y'all hear me? I'm talking drought. Did I have opportunities to indulge in a little recreational activity while I was gone? Maybe. Maybe. But I was like, we just got through taking these harassment classes, and I know people be talking, you know. So throughout boot camp and A school, at least for me, I just stuck to my plan. Of course, I made a few friends, and I said I'm gonna just line something up for when I get to the crib, you feel me? Another thing you might deal with being single in the military, people tend to view you in one extreme or the other. So either you a lame that ain't getting no action, or you got one-itis and you like stuck on somebody back home, or they assume that you just smashing everybody. You might just be a sociable or likable person, or you may be an introvert and you just hang with another introvert because y'all click like that. Whatever the case may be, just off the strength that people are bored and nosy and looking for some type of gossip, they will take that and run with it. And next thing you know, like, you just hearing that you smashing everybody. And I get it, because like I said before, certain stereotypes exist for a reason. And if you're around long enough, you might see some interesting things happen. You may see people in relationships acting like they single, or you may see people that's single that's acting like they're in relationships. I don't know how that works. You may see people that are single that are in relationships with people that are in relationships with people that are single. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up because y'all might have too much fun with this one. But like I said, personal decisions, results may vary. That's about it for this video. Thank y'all again for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Peace.